Hello everyone. So I have explained the introduction of Unix in the previous lecture, and in this lecture we will be discussing some of the basic commands of Unix by practical implementation. So now let's get started. So the very first command that we will be learning is cal, which displays the calendar and the date. Right. So now let's type the command in the terminal and see the output. So if I write cal here, what I can see is it is giving me the calendar of the month August of the year 2020. So, and it's also printing the current date. So, the date of today is 5 August. Now, coming to the next command. Next command is date. So, this prints or set the system date and time. Now, let's type this command and see the output. Now, we can see that today is Wednesday. Today is Wednesday and the date is 5 August 2020, which it is picking from here the system. And it also telling me the time 6 hours, 27 minutes and 35 seconds PM. So again, this time can be picked from here, right? So this was all about the date command. Now coming to the next command, that is touch command. This command is used to create a file. And how will we create it? We will write touch and we'll give a space and then we will write the file name, right? Now coming back to the terminal, the command is touch and after some space I will write the name of the file. So let's name the file as test1 and see the output. So we can't see the output whether the file is created or not. So what we will do is we have another command for this, that is ls. So it will display all the files and directories. So now what we will do is we'll simply write ls here and we will see what are the different files and directories available. Now here we can see that these are the different directories and files that we can see, and we can also see that this test one that we have created is present now, and this is represented with white color and rest of them are of blue color. So a directory is basically represented by blue color and a file is represented by white color, right? So when we create a file, it is basically shown in white color. Now coming to the fifth command, that is mkdir, and this is used to create a directory, right? And how will we write it? We'll simply write mkdir with some space. I'll name the directory. So the directory name I'll be giving here is new directory, right? Let's type it here. I'll write mkdir and I'll write new dir, right? So again, let's see whether it has been created or not by again using the command ls, which will display all the contents of the directories and files. Now we can see here that this new directory has been created here, right? And because this is a directory, that is why the color is blue, right? Now the next command here is rm, and this command is a remove command which is used to remove the file, right? Now how will we remove it? I will write rm with some space. I will write the file name. So in this way we can remove the file or delete the file, right? So coming back to the terminal and I write rm. So we have seen that I have created this test1 file, and now let's delete it. Write the name of the file, and I'll see whether it is deleted or not. Again, we'll use this command ls to see what are the different directories and files available. Now we can see that this test1 is no more there. It is no more there. Earlier it was there, but now it has been deleted. Similarly, the next command is to remove a file, the command is rm, and to remove a directory, the file is rmdir, which is used to remove the directory. Right? Now rmdir, and we know that the directory that we have created is new underscore dir, and it is also available here, right? We can see that it is there. Now after removing it, we'll see whether it is there or not. So I'll write new dir, and let's see whether it is there or not. Again, we are going to use the command ls, and we'll see that this new directory which was available earlier is no more there, right? So it has been deleted. Now coming to the next command, that is man command, and this particular command is used to refer, to give the reference of the command that we use. So it will give display the information of any command. So how will we write it? We'll simply write man, and after that we will write the command name for which we want to see the information. Let's do it here. The command that I want to see is, let's say I want to see the details of the command calendar command. So here I'll write cal, and we can see that we are now getting all the information related to this calendar command, and we can say that it is also telling the name of the command and its description, then the different ways of accessing the command with its different parameters, right? Now we have to come out of this. So what we will do is we will type q on the keyboard, and we will come out of it. So yeah, we have come out of it. The next command is history command, and it will give the history of all the commands that has been used during the session. So I'll simply write history, and what I'll see is it is giving me the description of all the commands that we have used, right? It is also telling me about that other command that I used earlier. You can see that tty and then pwd and clear, who am I. These are the commands that I have not used in this session. So whatever commands I used earlier also are being displayed here. Now the last command is clear command. This command is used to clear the terminal screen, right? Now let's write clear here. But before that, I just want to give you a brief explanation about all the commands. The first command is calendar command, which displays a calendar and its date. And the date command gives us the system date and time. Touch command is used to create a file, and the color of the file is white, right? When we create it. Then we have ls command. This command is used to display all the files and directories. And then we have mkdir command, which is used to create a directory, and how to write it: mkdir space the name of the directory. Then we have rm command, which is used to remove the file, and the syntax is rm with space and then the file name. And then we have rmdir command, which is used to remove the directory. And here also what we will do is I'll write rmdir and the directory name. right? And then this man command is used to display all the information of any particular command that we want to see. History gives us the history of all the commands that we have used. And then clear command, the last command, will clear the terminal screen. So yeah, this was the first tutorial which described about the 10 basic commands of Unix. So in the upcoming lectures, I will be discussing other basic commands of Unix. So stay tuned and thank you so much.